Hello, I'm President Donald Trump, and I'm going to tell you, you are watching Breaking Par. It's a tremendous show.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you are watching Breaking Par. And if you're not watching it, you're a communist. Get her done.
Go in the hole.
Red.
Oh, breaking par. It's kind of like the taste of Tucson.
Arriba, abajo.
These days, we're all daydreaming about our next golf trip. Pretty sure we speak for everybody out there when saying we deserve a little getaway right now. Lucky for us, sometimes a good golf trip is simply part of our job. Enter Tucson, Arizona, located in the southeastern part of State 48, full of year-round sunshine, culture, and cuisine. At about 2,000 feet, this is the high Sonoran Desert, which means milder summer temps and one of the most biodiverse spots on the planet. You can play in the snow on Mount Lemmon. Included in Tucson's diverse bundle of outdoor activities is golf. Golf courses, the likes of which are still a secret to many people in the world. Trying to pick a place to call base camp for a trip to Tucson is challenging. There's tons of resort properties built from the ground up with golfers in mind. For this trip, we chose the Lodge at Ventana Canyon. Welcome to our golf suite, our home in Tucson. Space to sprawl out, multiple bedrooms, and they knew how to welcome us upon arrival. Yeah, buddy. Cheers to another one. Check this out. While chilling in the suite was easy, the view made it hard to sit still. We had to go explore the course. The two courses at Ventana Canyon are tucked in and out of the Santa Catalina Mountains, part of a 600-acre high Sonoran Desert preserve. Gorgeous golf holes sprawling through the foothills and across canyons, with some hole locations making you wonder what Fazio was drinking when he drew them up. Oh, that looks good.
Ventana Canyon's an amazing golf property. 36 holes, Tom Fazio Golf, tucked at the base of the Catalina Mountains. It's a true gem in Tucson. It's a secret that not many find, and once they do find, they tend to stay for a long time. No matter where you're out on the golf course, you're gonna have a good view of Catalina Mountain Range on one side, all the rincons in the background, Thimble Peak on the other side, terrain that's very lush, the desert's very thick and grown in, very unlike, a lot of what you see in Arizona. I think this is a special place up here.
So special that it's easy to forget we're only about 90 minutes from Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Places like this should be hard to find. Ventana is made up of the mountain course and the canyon course.
The difference between the mountain and canyon courses is really your first few holes on the mountain golf course start in the mountain. You really feel like you're in it, as opposed to the canyon where you get those vistas in the background through most of your golf shots. Mountain course designed first, beautiful layout, has our scenic Mountain 3 hole, which most of our guests, that's what they want to play. Both courses are phenomenal, but the mountain course has this signature par 3 that we love it, special place. Well, here she is.
Anytime you gotta climb the mountain, you know it's gonna be a pretty hole. Wow, unbelievable. Absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful stuff.
How did they get a green right there?
Tom Fazio, a lot of tractors. Our signature hole here at Ventana Canyon Golf and Racket Club is mountain number 3. No matter where I go across the country, people know this hole. If they've played Ventana Canyon, for many people, they say it's one of the most photographed holes west of the Mississippi. It's a short hole, about 115 yards all the way back, but very daunting from one canyon to the other. The green on Mountain 3 is undulating towards us, so it really kind of catches those incoming wedge shots to spin back a little bit. Some tricks to playing mountain number 3 is don't be short. Left is really dead, but I've seen hole-in-ones off the right side of the mountain, so that's definitely in play. Let's play number 3.
Okay, what's it playing today?
Today we're playing 96 yards.
This is your place. You got honors.
I love it. You in for a game?
I'm always down for that.
I love
Closest
it.
to the pin for a drink. Let's do it. For a cocktail.
For a cocktail.
Oh, that's gonna be tight. And that'll spin right there, right? Oh!
Thirsty?
Oh, geez.
It looks like the Tucson native came to play today. That landed about a foot close to the cup, maybe a ball long. That was perfect.
Thanks, sir.
Whoa.
Appreciate it. Sometimes you get thirsty here in the desert, right?
It's not over yet.
Great swing. See the number.
Oh,
Shot.
leaked.
Oh, about 10 high. Still got you, Ryan.
Nice shot.
I'll take it, and I'll concede. Oh, I'm a little closer than it looked up there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, though, anybody can stick it close like you, but can you make the putt? We need at least one birdie here.
Gotta make a birdie, man.
Hell yeah.
Easy game when you putt it like that. That's nice, man. Great hole. Now I gotta match it, huh?
I don't know, is the cocktail still good if you don't make it?
We'll find out after I hit this.
Drain it. Oh, great putt. 2 birdies.
One hole.
2 birdies.
2 birdies, 1 hole.
Oh, man. This place is amazing. Big fan of the Ventana. It felt good to birdie one of Tucson's signature holes, but birdies build an appetite. It's time to eat. And in Tucson, there's only one thing you can't leave without eating: Mexican food. Ask any local down here what their favorite Mexican food spot is and you'll get a mouthful of suggestions. But one place every local agrees on is El Charro. The original El Charro, founded in 1922, is the oldest Mexican restaurant in Tucson and holds the impressive title of oldest Mexican food restaurant in the country, continually operated by the same family. And when you eat at their downtown location, you're actually eating inside the family's original home built in 1896. Oh, and the family's matriarch, the original owner, Monica Flynn, is said to have invented the chimichanga. Legend says their beloved Monica Flynn was cooking in the kitchen with a bunch of kids running around.
Or she was making burritos.
I've heard of it. And then one of the kids bumped into her and she dropped a burrito in some hot oil. Instead of cursing around kids,
She yelled out chimichanga.
and the chimichanga was born. While they might have invented the chimi, their claim to fame for us will always be the strips of meat hanging above the restaurant. The meat suspended for all to see is called carne seca. I've never seen anything like it before, which makes sense because they're the only restaurant in the country grandfathered in with the right to dry meat this way. It's hung in the Sonoran sun for 24 to 36 hours, then brought down, shredded, and used inside an array of delicious dishes. This meat hung above the restaurant. Yeah! This is flat out amazing Sonoran-style Mexican food, and Ame made sure we tried it all.
Cannot come to Tucson, come to El Charro and not say you didn't try a chimichanga. Carne seca tacos, mole enchiladas. This is a chile relleno, enchiladas banderas. This is my favorite plate.
You brought the house.
Now you have to do the traditional arriba, abajo,
Abajo.
al centro,
El centro.
para adentro.
What she said.
Welcome to El Charro.
Thank you very much. When in Tucson, come to the best Mexican food restaurant there is, and the oldest. This is El Charro.
I think it's
Camara?
Comamos.
Comara?
Oh, it's E, right?
Showcasing a golf destination like Tucson is impossible to completely cover in one show. There's a ton of popular courses to play down here. We're talking Omni Tucson National. There's Tubac, where they filmed 10 Cup. There's Star Pass, Seguilo, Weston La Paloma, Stone Canyon, and the list goes on. While you might have heard about most of those, there's a few courses down here flying under the radar.
To me, I think people are surprised by the diversity of the golf experiences here in Tucson. Courses that you can almost feel the history.
If you come to Tucson and only play some of the modern courses hidden in the fringes of the city, well, when you get home, I'll be the first to tell you, you left some meat on the bone.
The Randolph Golf Complex, 36 holes in the middle of town.
Welcome to Del Uric and Randolph North. Randolph North, the older of the two tracks, built in 1925. You'd never expect to find something like this in the middle of a city, let alone a city in Arizona. Beautiful parkland courses, deeply seated in the rich history of Tucson golf.
All the big name pros have played it, women and men. and was on the PGA Tour from about 1978 to about 1988. And so that meant all the top players from the 80s played here all the time. Tom Watson, Fuzzy Zoeller, Ben Crenshaw, Johnny Miller won here. I remember seeing all those guys out here.
From the pros to the average Joes, these courses have a storied past, and most who play it today grew up playing it. This is a fun neighborhood spot that we can all relate to.
The one handicappers play and are challenged, and the regular people like me or you can shoot 77 here. Del Uric is friendly. There's no big rough anywhere, and I think it appeals to the common golfer. And it's just every man's course.
Doesn't matter what time of year, you can play either of these courses and it won't break the bank. We're talking as little as $25 to never over $55 in the peak season.
It's not highfalutin or anything, it's just a place where you can come and enjoy yourself.
This place definitely caught us by surprise, and one hole that really caught our attention was hole number 17 on the Del Uric course. Breaking par will always find signature holes, even on a Muni.
Hole 17 on Del Uric, playing 125 from the back tees. Not overly long, and entirely force carry all over water to a narrow, tight green. It'll give you all that you can handle.
There it is. Go in the hole. Good.
In the 1990s, Golf Digest, or one of the golf magazines, wrote a big feature on the Muni courses in America with the greatest number of rounds per year. And Torrey Pines, and those two courses there, were number 1, and Randolph and Del Uric were number 2.
And this place continues to pump play. They did 102,000 rounds last year, and they'll probably beat that this year.
Del and Randolph both broke monthly records this year. April, May, June, July, August, September. More play than they'd had in the last 20 years on each course.
We want to try to grow the game as much as we can.
Mostly it's a place that's a welcome face to a golfer who just wants to have fun.
If you're taking a golf trip to Tucson, you definitely have a lot of options where to play. We suggest making a stop at the Randolph courses and tipping your hat to some Tucson history.
And you don't lose any balls.
Nightcaps are a necessity on any vacation or work trip, but we wanted something a little outside the tee box. While whiskey has paired with golf for centuries, we sniffed it out, a master distiller who's mixing things up a little bit down here.
Delbach music.
Hi, I'm Stephen Paul. I make American single malt whiskey from the Sonoran Desert. So my wife and I had a custom furniture company for 30 years that specialized in mesquite wood. Mesquite is a tree that's native to this area. I would always take my scraps home to barbecue with, and I would always tell my wife, those are our profits going up in smoke. Only half joking. That turned into an idea to dry malt over a mesquite fire to make a very regional American single malt whiskey from the great American Southwest. We're the first distillery to come up with the idea to dry malt over a mesquite fire. We do everything under this roof. We distill, bottle, and we have this tasting room which people can come for tours, which are really fun. Gentlemen, come and join me for a tasting. We'll sit down for a tasting of our 3 core products.
Where do we begin?
So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the classic, which we don't use smoked malt for, actually modeled after the Macallan 12 year.
And then you just go 1, 2, 3, and then down, or what do we do?
So actually the first little sip that you take, just hardly take any, let it hit your tongue and spread across your tongue so your tongue gets accustomed to that high proof. And then on the second sip, you can take a little more volume and evaluate it a little more.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Stephen.
Thanks for coming.
Is this the original? Your original bun? This is the first one you did?
So this is the first thing I did to just learn how to make a single malt whiskey before introducing any kind of mesquite smoke component and before knowing how to, make whiskey. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to make whiskey. It took I'm gonna say 3 years before it started tasting really any good.
Why does golf and whiskey go so well together?
They always have. I would think it would probably go back to the days in Scotland with golf and scotch and that type of thing as well. But you throw in a great cigar every once in a while and then you have the complete package. So,
yeah, well, I can picture a cold day on the links in Scotland and then coming back into the clubhouse sipping on some single malt whiskey. That's like the perfect thing.
Amen.
So if you want to move to the Dorado, this is the brainchild of the whole project. We're the first distillery to come up with the idea to dry malt over a mesquite fire. We're actually the only distillery to malt our own barley over a mesquite fire.
It's impressive you took something like whiskey that's probably been created for centuries and put the mesquite twist on it for the first time in the history of the beverage, right? Which says you're an artist. But this is extraordinary. This is very unique.
Thank you, thank you.
And what a cool thing. I mean, our show is about doing stuff outside the box. Our show, I mean, we're artists like you are at the end of the day. This is an outside the box experience. Like, you're gonna come to Tucson, play great golf, but this is a cool, like, this is different. What's next?
And we wrap up with our unsmoked Old Pueblo, which is mesquite smoked but unaged. It's what goes into the barrel to make our Dorado. This primarily is used for cocktails.
Way different smell. These two smell better.
They do.
This one isn't really made to be smelled, really. It's made to be made in cocktails.
It is.
Why did I pour so much?
I was going to tell you, I would probably make you a margarita with it.
Yeah, I feel like I need some ginger ale in here or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Brent, why was this a target for us not to miss on this trip to Tucson?
I think you can tell by just listening to Steven on the fact that he's able to do all of this from start to finish. Everything happens right here in this building. You can taste really the difference in terms of how this whiskey tastes compared to so many others out there.
It's kind of like the taste of Tucson.
It's amazing.
Because like this, the mesquite's grown here. Like this is, in some ways, Tucson in a glass. So on a golf trip, like that's pretty awesome.
It's always awesome to have a chance to meet someone who's got a mission, who has a passion. And that's what we're about at Breaking Par, and that's what you represent with your product and your brand. And we're just happy to be here, and thanks for having us.
Well, thank you guys for coming. This is really fun.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks for
Cheers.
having us.
Thanks, Steven.
Mark Twain said, "Too much of anything is bad, too much whiskey is barley enough." We'd have to agree, but the same can be said about golf. I guess a good golf trip should leave you wanting more, and that's definitely how we feel driving away from the old Pueblo. We made new friends, played new courses, and filled our trip with memories that'll remind us to come back. Thanks for the hospitality, Tucson. We'll see you soon. Oh, jeez. Okay, knock it off. What are we doing? We're filming this in Arizona. We're at the Phoenician Golf Club right now. Weather's perfect. Feliz Navidad. Happy Hanukkah, you filthy animals. It's that time of year again. The holidays are here, and it's time to buy presents. And since most of you are probably running out of time or good ideas, we've got your back. Let's finish this year strong. It's time for the Breaking Par Holiday Gift Guide. You guys ready?
Absolutely.
Drop the logo with the Santa hat on it.
Felix, what's up with that head cover?
What do you mean?
Boring head cover, bro.
I'm so lame. Don't be like Felix. Be like Frank. Tiger Woods head cover. Frank. This is probably the most famous head cover in the world, and it's one of 100 others made by our friends at Daphne's Head Covers. While I'm a big fan of the famous Frank, there's another Johnson out there that's got a favorite Daphne's head cover of his own.
That's right, RJ. Before Dustin Johnson had a green jacket, he had a black lab named Charlie. And that's where this good boy comes from.
Aww.
And you know what? Most people don't think to buy themselves super cool head covers. That's why they make a great gift.
How about a chalupa?
It's a taco.
Oh, well, how about an elephant? Maybe a signature John Daly lion. Trying to pick what head cover to buy at Daphne's is just as fun as gifting it. God, Merry Christmas.
No matter what golfer you're shopping for, Daphne's has you covered. Get yours at daphnesheadcovers.com.
All right, from protecting your clubs to protecting your phone. This next gift idea is another banger you've probably seen on this show before because it's awesome and we use it all the time. It's the Desert Fox Golf Phone Caddy. It's the best phone holder in the game. Better than your hand. It securely straps to the cart and fits any size phone with any size phone case. I can't stress enough, it fits any size phone. So don't worry about what phone your golfer has, this works with all of them. It has sliding wings to fit any width and a sliding faceplate to fit any thickness. Loosen the wing screw, slide the wings to your phone, tighten it up. Loosen the faceplate screw, slide to your phone, tighten it up. And another thing I just really love about this product is once my phone's in there, it's safe. It's not gonna go anywhere. I can take hard turns, it doesn't fall out, anything like that. But it doesn't pinch it and hold it hostage. I can simply pull my phone out anytime I want. I can put my phone back in anytime I want. I don't have to undo it to pull the phone out. The phone caddy has just become part of my routine. I load my clubs, I get my stuff out, I strap my phone caddy on, and it's ready for my phone. It's just easy. Just don't leave it on the golf cart when you leave. And listen, these phone caddies aren't all about just making it so you can easily be on your phone and annoy everybody all day.
Get off your phone, dude.
Oh, sorry. A lot of golfers use GPS or scoring apps on their phone, so the phone caddy puts your favorite app right at your fingertips. Like I said, anytime we're out filming at a golf course, everybody on our crew always has their phones in one of these things. They're super convenient. Connor, what are you doing? It makes a good tripod too. You can get your phone caddy at desertfoxgolf.com. They're normally $25, but enter promo code BreakingPar. They'll knock off 5, make it an even 20. Great gift idea. Okay, I'm starting to see a theme here. This next gift idea has also been on the show before, recently, like very recently. For all you grown-up golf fans out there, what goes better with a round of whiskey than a good sip of golf? What goes better with a round of golf than a good sip of whiskey? Now, we don't condone sneaking booze on the golf course, so you'll have to figure that out for yourself. But right now, our favorite whiskey is the Dorado from Delbach. This is American single malt whiskey made from barley that's malted and smoked over a mesquite fire instead of a peat fire. It's mesquited, not peated, so it's softer on the palate than traditional Scottish whiskey. The guys at Whiskey Delbach are the only ones in the world making a mesquite smoked whiskey. Andrea, tell them what it tastes like.
The Dorado will give you notes of chocolate and tobacco and finishes with soft tannins of sweet toffee or caramel.
We love playing golf in the Southwest, and this is the Southwest in a glass of whiskey.
Great gift idea. Check them out at whiskeydelbach.com. This whiskey will make you forget 2020 ever happened.
From all of us at Breaking Par, happy holidays! Done. Let's check out some content from our fans. It's the Social Media Spotlight brought to you by Squad Pod.